How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's your host, Rising Oblivion. Today, guys, we have a whole lot more to talk about when it comes to Persona 5 The Phantom X. So if you didn't know, that's the mobile game that's releasing in China, hopefully releasing everywhere else here. It's a mobile game for Persona 5, basically continuing the story, or kind of, I don't know, spin-off wise, but we have a whole lot more in terms of development here with the characters. We have multiple characters now, multiple character descriptions, which I'll be showing you in today's video. We also know a little bit more about what the beta is going to have in it in general. We also have some new things in regards to visuals, audio, bits of the gameplay and whatnot that I will go over within this video. Also, the fusion system has been shown to us, and we have a little bit more in terms of detail as to what the daily life is supposed to be like in this game and more. As you know, we've talked about before, of course, the game's in Chinese, so it's a little bit hard to fully understand everything that's happening here, but I'm going to try to do my best to completely show you everything that we have and understand a bit more about it. I have some friends who are actually getting to play this game early. As of today, when you're seeing this video, the demo's technically out, so we already have some gameplay, we already have some pictures and whatnot we have of this game, and I'm going to be showing you off that here today as well. Those extra characters are kind of what I've been talking about. The pictures that we have of them with their personas, that is part of just the gameplay that we had here. This isn't something we had released before, so that's going to be kind of exclusive stuff that we have from the gameplay itself. So let's go ahead and just jump on into this. Alright, so I wanted to go over the characters first and a little bit of their development. This guy here we've already seen before, that's Kano Shun. We've already seen him, like I said, in previous stuff with his persona and whatnot as well. So we already have a bit of information in regards to him, but we didn't really have like any background stuff. So here's basically his background. So a central character of the story, Kano Shun is a sophomore studying at Kaiba Academy. He is bad with communication and has almost no friends his age. So I think we all can relate to that. His goal is to become a top chef. To this end, after graduating high school, he attended cooking at a ramen shop at Yashiganya. Pardon my bad Japanese or Chinese. I'm not 100% sure because, again, the game's made by Chinese developers. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes, but basically he's supposed to be some kind of cooking chef kind of guy, so maybe there's going to be some story stuff with him in regards to that. Moving on over, we have this brand new kind of cat character, or maybe she's like, I can't really tell what she's supposed to be. I think she's supposed to be a cat though, but that's Li Yaoling, I believe is how you're supposed to say that. She's a brand new character, will be introduced for the first time in this brand new beta. We're going to be seeing her again with the rest of the other characters. It's going to be the first time too. She's a girl in her first year of university. She was born in Sichuan, China, so she is a Chinese character, and she has came to Japan as an international student, so she sometimes shows a childish side. She has become restless due to the struggle to find a goal in life. She is trying to find answers through new experiences. There will be more characters also again in this beta test, so that is what we have in terms of actual descriptions for brand new characters. We have new descriptions for both of those characters. We do not have descriptions for the other characters, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you the other characters. Again, we don't really have anything in terms of what we like background stuff like we had for those two characters, but for these four other characters, we at least just have pictures of them. Hopefully, like I said, over time when people are playing the game, we'll have some more in terms of descriptions, but let's go ahead and take a look at those four. So this is Kotomo, so codename Kotomo. Really liking this, like, I don't know, this like the violet looking color. Persona looks cool too. I don't know what's going on with those rings on like the hands. It looks like very watery. It's kind of hard to tell what's happening there, but it looks really cool. And then we have Okian, that might be another Chinese character, I'm not too sure. This is a really interesting design. It reminds me a lot of like Soul Hackers. It kind of reminds me of like Ringo's design, just a little bit, like in terms of color maybe. Like the way she looks is somewhat similar. But yeah, all wearing all the black and everything. It's weird, they're not technically like going for an animal theme, I've noticed for most of these. It kind of just seems to be just whatever. They kind of are just going for their own type of thing. Again, Kotomo, I don't know what that means in terms of that. Okian, I don't know what that means yet. I'm sure it's really easy to translate if you're super curious. I just figured I'd talk about that there. She has a flip phone, by the way. Okian has a flip phone. I don't know. Strange. Anyway, moving on over, we have Ki, or Ki. Again, I'm not sure. Pardon my like awful Japanese if I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be, but it's a brand new character we have here. Not a whole lot to say about this guy. This guy looks a little bit plain, to be honest. Not really drawing me out too much here. And then Leo, which I really like this guy. I'm a Leo as well. So, could name Leo. I'm not 100% sure what that's supposed to be. Maybe he's like a navigator. I don't really know. I think we already know who the navigator was actually for this game. But this is another brand new character we have here, Leo. Again, don't know what it means. Don't know his background for any of these characters. He kind of has a Power Rangers looking persona, which is really cool. I really love his design. Leo's design looks really, really cool. And I think, I don't know, something about Okean's looks great too. And Kotomo looks great also. The only one that doesn't look any good is a Ki or Kai or whatever the fuck. I don't know. It just looks so plain to me. It looks like he could have been like an easy, like, I don't know, like first version of the protagonist or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what we have there in terms of the 4 other characters. Again, no descriptions for them, but we at least have some looks now at a fuller roster. This could potentially be all of the characters for the game. It's starting to look a little bit more like that might actually be what it's going to be. But let's move on over to some other things here in regards to this beta. So there is going to be some audio and visual upgrades. So the Awakening Test, which is kind of what this beta is called, we'll see a major audio-visual upgrade with brand new animations supposedly in here as well. So they have seamless actions, more expressive highlights, and they have new locations like the Ainu Line platform, the Yashiganya, I don't know how to say that. Shinjuku is also going to be in this. We've seen that in some of the trailers in the past that Shinjuku is going to be in here as well. We're going to be able to actually explore more of the actual like subway lines in this game as well. In terms of the gameplay, there's a new dungeon that's going to be featured in the Awakening Test, formed by the shadows of the people with strong desire to not face their own desires. I think this is supposed to be a bit more of like what Mementos is, I think is what we're kind of going to be seeing with here. I'm not too sure. Other dungeons and challenges include gathering gold coins within a time limit and solving puzzles. So there's going to be actual, I guess, like time limit, speedrun type stuff, and some other puzzles we can see within the dungeon on this test. Sucks we can't play it. I'd love to. Again, I'm going to throw up some pictures so you guys can see that there on the screen of what some of that looks like. I'm not 100% sure what all these challenges are going to be and what they're going to do exactly. Again, it's a gacha game. It's a little bit different. It's a mobile game. It could just be that these are kind of time limit things that you can constantly just keep doing over and over again as like a sort of a challenge. I'm not too sure. The test also will introduce the Persona Fusion system to optimize and upgrade personas. The base level of the Fusion system will strive to match the original game, and the skill inheritance will also be implemented. So that's something that a lot of people wondered about is, yes, we know there's going to be Demon Fusion, but to what extent are we going to see within the Demon Fusion? It looks like skill inheritance is going to be implemented when it comes to this beta. There's even little animations and stuff that we can kind of see there. It's really interesting to see the Demon Fusion in this. It's like throwing them into like a vortex, which is kind of crazy. There's going to be a brand new wardrobe system, which is something I think a lot of people kind of wanted to see. Not just, you know, obviously you could change Joker's, you know, outfit when it came to playing like the dungeons and whatnot, but in this game you can actually change the wardrobe of the character throughout daily life. So you can be freely changed throughout the daily life. I think they're in his like little apartment or whatever, but you could change clothes kind of at will, which is cool. Probably going to be a gacha system. I hate to bring that up, but man, it's just, I don't know. It really just seems like that's what we're going for here. There's also going to be an unusual news feature which allows us to watch scenes from past parts of the story, which is interesting there. There's an emoji pack which is going to be released on WeChat. If you don't know what WeChat is, I've just recently started learning a whole lot about it because I work for a Chinese company now as a social media manager, and WeChat's kind of like the all-in-one social media app. You actually, I think, had to have a phone number to play Persona 5 Phantom X, and it looks like you get this emoji pack whenever you either start playing the game, or it's going to be something that you just get because you have the game and you link it to your WeChat so you get the emotes for it. I'll go ahead and show you that. It might not mean a lot to anybody who doesn't even have WeChat, but there it is. But that kind of looks like most of what we got here, guys. We have some more development for the characters. We have some more things in terms of battle gameplay, fusions, and also the overworld as well, which is nice. I'm glad we got more and more details here. Like I said, people are playing this beta, so we're going to be getting more and more details released as we go by. I have some friends who have the beta, so hopefully I can get some more details and stuff and show that over to you guys. No real news in terms of getting this game to a point where it's an international release. It kind of seems like there is a lot of development still that needs to be done for this game, so I'm not really surprised. I think it's still going to be quite a little while until we fully see more details like that. We know Chinese and Japanese players are definitely going to be able to get this game. international stuff is something they did talk about and something they want to do, but they're not, 100% on it. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's successful, it ends up getting there at some point. But that's going to be this video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching.